Get straight on into it. We ain't gonna be here long today. Too long. So seems like the connection may be a little slow. Might have to run this back. We'll try it out. So the title speaks for itself. All right. This poster is coming down. Caitlin Clark, such a disappointment. So disappointed in Caitlin Clark. Talking about she did the whole Paige Beckers thing. We broke the Paige Beckers thing down here on this channel. There's other channels that have also broken it down. Feel free to go check that out. Paige Beckers talks about, this sport should be more about black women, and then Caitlin Clark comes back and doubles down. Now, I was already skeptical about Caitlin Clark when she started retweeting Taylor Swift, whatever the hell that was about, back when the election was going on. And I let her slide, kind of, because I was already planning on taking that poster down once she did that retweet. But it wasn't anything urgent. It was like, all right, eventually I'm just gonna take that shit down because I could see where this is going. But now that she's won Athlete of the Year and decides to turn that into a platform to speak about the same black women who are attacking her, poking, gouging her eyes out, knocking her on the ground, so on and so forth, complaining about her fans in the media. Okay, these same black women who she's now trying to elevate are the same ones who have been attacking her every step of the way, trying to promote everyone else but her, saying that she's basically only getting this treatment, this wave of new fans, right? This legendary status. People are coming out in droves. Caitlin Clark was responsible for 1 out of every 6 tickets sold last year, and there was a lot of tickets sold last year. Influx of tickets just skyrocketed, especially in compared to previous years of the WNBA ticket sales, right? So here we have Caitlin Clark attaching herself to Taylor Swift, who is a known liberal, right? She's the same person who stopped sitting next to Patrick Mahomes' wife because she was a Trump supporter. That's who Taylor Swift is. That's who Taylor Swift is. And then Caitlin Clark attaches herself to Taylor Swift. So here we are. Randall Flagg. Don't know who you are. I am. I don't even know what that means. Anyways, so she is attaching herself to this liberal icon, and now she's becoming the same thing, as opposed to just staying back, staying out of that political agenda there. And as opposed to staying out of the political agenda, Caitlin Clark now wants to sit here and jump on the bandwagon of we need to support these black women who have not turned a profit in 28 years. These black women, the WNBA was built on the back of these black women. No, the WNBA was built on the backs of the men in the NBA who have been pushing the bill for them for the past 20 some odd years. Okay, now we're talking about privilege here. What other organization in the world can stay in business for 28 years without turning a profit? And not only not turning a profit, losing millions and millions of dollars, losing millions and millions of dollars each and every year, year in and year out, but still stay in business. Chopping, shut your ass up. Jump off my channel, man, with that. You ain't talking about nothing, boy. Shut up. Anyways, here we go. What kind of privilege is that? If you can have a business stay intact for 28 some odd years and someone else push the bill for you for those years, cover the tab every year in and year out, who's privileged here? Who's privileged here? That's the black women in the NBA who are the ones who are clearly privileged. So we have Caitlin Clark, who finally makes a splash, lets the WNBA make a splash, gets the WNBA interested. Okay. And what does she get in return? She gets attacked. And she got attacked to the point where she folded and is now telling you that you should support these black women. And even though these black women, nobody even knows half of these WNBA players that she's talking about. The black women in the WNBA, probably 95% of them could walk in the mall. Probably 98% of them could walk in the mall and you not even know them. There's probably currently playing in the WNBA, there's probably 4 or 5 black women who are going to walk, at least in my city, who could walk down in the mall, on the campus. They could walk all around the city and no one would even recognize them. But let Caitlin Clark come out here. Oh man, it will be like Michael Jackson came back from the dead. But again, these same black women who no one even knows about get to fly private now. Because of what? Because of one Caitlin Clark, okay, who has decided to bend the knee and fold. So just like we're doing here, you see this? We're just gonna ball this one up. All right? We're just gonna ball this one up. I'm done with it. Caitlin Clark is off my radar. Okay. Somebody said they'll slap. Man, I wish you would try. You better look me up, buddy. You better look me up, buddy. I'll pray one of y'all try something like that. I'll slap you, I'll slap you. Internet gangsters. I tell you. So, anyways, again, the NFL. Look at the NFL. They don't play that political agenda pushing stuff like that. Colin Kaepernick tried that. Okay, how long did that last? They tried that with the Cowboys. Jerry Jones said, "Look, any one of y'all bow to during the anthem, you ain't gonna have a job on this team." And guess what? They all stood on their feet, fam. They all stood on their feet. That's what Caitlin Clark is supposed to be doing, standing on her 2 feet. But instead, she's going to bend the knee to BLM. That's what we're doing here. And again, we're talking about the privilege. What organization can stay in business, not just stay in business, but I'm talking about a organization that's for profit. The WNBA it's not a non-for-profit. It's a for-profit, but they're not making a profit. They just gained all these TV deals and all these other players are getting shoe deals. Caitlin Clark signed her contract last year for the shoe contract. Okay. Now, all of a sudden, all these other players are getting shoe deals and they are in line to get a signature shoe before Caitlin Clark. And she's sitting here telling you that we need to use this time to shine the light on all these black women who have never turned a profit in the history of the WNBA. Why? Who got in her ear to say this type of thing? Where did she become corrupted? How did this happen? Where was her security net? Where was the people who were supposed to be looking out for her? Where was her dad? Why like I don't understand what is going on here. Something is happening, y'all. This is a cycle. This is a cycle. And I'm not going to be on here for all day. But I had to get this out. I had to get this out. Lori Sky Frizz or whatever. Nah, the hook are you talking about? Yeah, I'm telling you. hey, look. Don't make me do this right now. I can show you. But we don't play those games over here. Okay? We do not play those. We don't play those internet threat games over here. Send me location. Okay? Send me location. We don't play those internet games. But I tell you again, Caitlin Clark, down. And again, she might still have a lot of these little girls that say, "Ooh, mommy, I want to see Caitlin Clark." Yeah, But any of the parents who have been paying attention to this, anyone like me who's been paying attention to this and does not want to turn on the game to see a political agenda, I do not want to turn on the game to see a political agenda. So again, that's why the NBA sucks right now. It's a terrible product. The NBA is plummeting in marketability and viewership. It's plummeting in the NBA because of this same type of stuff. The biggest star in the NBA is what? A liberal puppet. Caitlin Clark, the biggest star in probably sports in the world right now, has just committed herself to being a political puppet. Caitlin Clark has taken the knee, has taken the oath. She's bowed down to you liberals, okay? She's bowed down to you, the liberal knee. And that's a damn shame. That's a damn shame. Before Caitlin Clark, I didn't even know who the hell Asia Wilson was. Asia Wilson should be thanking Caitlin Clark. Before Caitlin Clark, I didn't know who the girl from Dallas, or the Anu Bagovi, whatever. I didn't know her. I didn't know Kennedy Carter. What are we talking about? Before Caitlin Clark, I did not know Kelsey Mitchell. What are we talking about? This is crazy, man. But we should use the platform to promote all these black women who done absolutely nothing, have not pushed any needles forward, have not contributed to viewership, jersey sales, attendance, nothing. But we're going to say, oh, we should take, and I like to say that I earned everything I had, but me being white says that I have all this privilege. What the hell? What organization that is, for one, let's just say predominantly white. What is a predominantly white organization that is predominantly white women that have not turned a profit for 28 years, but still gets their business paid for? What? Name it. I'm waiting for that. I need to know. I need to know, because there's no answers for this shit. The privilege is clearly on the other foot, but the other foot hasn't got their feet up under them clearly to even be able to walk or foot the bill. But that's where the privilege shoe is on. But we're going to pretend that Caitlin Clark is getting all this privilege. No, she's balling. That's why people like her. They like the way that she plays the game. They like how she passes the ball from one end of the court all the way to the other end of the court on a very accurate drop of a dime. We like that. We like to see her come off a screen, come back, shoot a 35-footer, and it hits nothing but net. We like to see that. We like to see her score 40 points a game 6-7 times in a row and going against the best teams and stay a home product. Just like LeBron James. LeBron James was born in Akron, Ohio, and then when he went to the Cleveland Cavaliers, he's a homegrown product. We want to see that. Caitlin Clark made her name, made her staple in Iowa, her home state. We wanted to see that. Midwest style. Okay? So many examples. Larry Bird. The list goes on and on and on. Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose, if y'all remember the time when he was really, really popular, right? MVP Derrick Rose from Chicago returns home to the Bulls. This is what we wanted to see. And it's stolen from us now. Because what the liberal agenda is now being pushed by one Caitlin Clark, the Taylor Swift of basketball. Caitlin Clark has become the Taylor Swift of basketball. Okay? That's what we're doing now. And it's all good. But I would not be a part of this. So, I'm going to run through these comments real quick, and then I'm going to jump up off here. Any other goofy shit like you guys talking about slapping me, let's Let's stop that, because ain't nobody on this internet gonna slap me. Like, stop that shit. None of y'all about that life. Stop that. Oh, send the location if you think that's what you want to do, and we can make something happen. But I'm not doing that. Oh yeah, y'all slap you. Yeah, who you? Yeah. Look, man, what's up, family? Cardell Hobbs, my man's. You better look me up, buddy. And I'm talking about some real shit. Y'all act like I'm not talking or telling the truth. Name one year, name one player where the WNBA was profiting. Okay, they tried it with Cheryl Swoops. Michael Jordan, a video game, commercials, a tour. They went on tour with Michael Jordan to push Cheryl Swoops as the female Michael Jordan. And who is marketed more than Michael Jordan? For one, why is it that the NFL organization, NBA, who are predominantly black men, why have they been able to be marketable? Are you saying it's just because they're black women, or because they're black? Like, what are we talking about? Because organizations who have been predominantly, where the players are predominantly black, they have seemed to make profit seamlessly. It hasn't been a problem for those organizations. So are we just saying because of the skin color of the particular women is what the disconnect is? So black men are marketable, but black women are not. What is happening here? Why can't the women in the WNBA turn a profit? Why is it that they want more? We got Brittany Griner out of a Russian prison for one of the most notorious terrorists in the world's inception. One of the most iconic terrorists. Okay, this is what we're talking about. Brittany Griner for the Merchant of Death. The Merchant of Death. And we talking about white privilege? What? You know how many white folks are still in those Russian prisons that were journalists, so on and so forth, that Russia has captured and still has locked up, but they let Brittany Griner come home in exchange for the Merchant of Death. And you want to talk about privilege? When Brittany Griner got home and she got in her first game, guess what? No one even showed up. But they went to get her out of there. If you want to talk about privilege, stop this, man. This is madness. It's madness. This is the liberal agenda. Again, I'm not going over 20 minutes, so I'm about to get up off here soon. But I'm telling you right now, if we can go pull Brittany Griner out of a Russian prison and not allude that to some type of privilege, then we're just not being honest with ourselves. Y'all wanna hear the oh, black girls, or the WNBA is built off of black girls. No, it's not. Because the WNBA isn't profiting off of black girls. They're getting their money from the men in the NBA who are so kind enough to keep that organization. If you can even call it an organization, I don't even think you can call the WNBA an organization. Whatever it is, it's being kept alive by men, not those women. And now Caitlin Clark. But I don't even know how long that's going to last now that she's on this liberal train of Taylor Swift, and she's now the new Taylor Swift of basketball. I don't know how long this shit is going to last, because I, for one, will be tuning out. Okay? So, y'all let me know what y'all want to do. A man's eye review. And on that note, I say we're through.